Good morning. I'd like to welcome everybody to the Bullish Network. Guys, Swift runs on Ripple. And when we get 10% of Swift's market share, that will give XRP a valuation of $334 per XRP. Also, in this video, I'm going to show you where David Schwartz, Ripple employee, the great Joe Katz, drops a massive breadcrumb about Corda using exclusively XRP only. Massive breadcrumb, guys. You do not want to miss that. But before we get this started, I'd like to give a huge shout out to BankXRP at BankXRP. New York State Department of Financial Services proposal guidance on adoption or listing virtual currencies by exchanges. Now, if you click on that, that will bring you to this. New York State Department of Financial Services proposal guidance of adoption or listing virtual currencies by exchanges. Now, in the summer of 2015, the New York State Department of Financial Services finalized its regulatory framework for virtual currencies, seeking to conduct certain virtual currency businesses activities in the state. Now, one thing I want to say, guys, is New York Department of Financial Services created the BIT license. They created a licensing framework for entities to operate digital currency businesses in New York and globally. So, Ripple Labs got that BIT license, and Ripple Labs received the BIT license from the guy who created the BIT license, Ben Lawsky, and then Ben Lawsky joined Ripple Labs. What's interesting about this, guys, is there's two proposals on the table. The first proposal will list all current virtual currencies permitted for business, which this is the list right here, guys, of coins they're talking about that they have already given the green light to, and comments are due by January 22nd, 2020. Coins currently contemplated for the list include Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ether, Ether Classic, Litecoin, and Ripple. I'm not a financial advisor, guys, but I would almost say I'm 90% certain any one of these tokens will probably do well. This is already the green light given tokens. XRP is going to do the best and it's going to crush the competition. It's just my opinion. The other thing really quick, guys, is the second proposal involves a coin listing framework that would be tailored for specific licenses. So what they're saying, different tokens for different exchanges. But I do see this as New York Department of Financial Services getting more involved in the process. It's a good thing we're pioneers now, guys, because in the future, it's not going to be as easy to obtain cryptocurrency and move it around like we have. But we're pioneers. The greatest wealth is created by being an early investor in innovation. Also, once I went down here, you may be also interested in this, the evolution of token offerings from ICO to STO. Now, this said Westlaw. So I'm actually really familiar with Westlaw, guys. I am a paralegal and I do part-time work for a lawyer. So Westlaw really jumped out at me. Now, that actually brought me to this, Westlaw. The evolution of a token offering and regulation from ICO to STO. Now, what this is, guys, this is like a lawyers who wrote this, and it can be referenced by other lawyers or entities. So, the U.S. approach to regulating digital assets has been to work within its current laws rather than introduce new ones. So, as well as highlight risks to people arising from related to token offerings or trading in SEC. So, basically, guys, we're giving the whole rundown on what's been going on, what's going on in the market. But you know what jumped out to me, guys, on this whole thing right here is about the authors. Here's Barbara A. Jones and Michelle. So now these are two, pretty much high-profile lawyers. Is a member of the Greenberg Global Security Practice Group and serves as co-chair of the firm's indispensable blockchain and cryptocurrency practice group. Barbara was recently named to the 2018 National Law Journal's Cryptocurrency, Blockchain, and FinTech Trailblazer list. So she's a big-time lawyer, and her work is being highlighted in Westlaw. So this is also Michelle. She's a counselor at Greenberg Security Practice Group, active member of the firm's blockchain and cryptocurrency practice group. Michelle has a wide-ranging law firm in the House and government legal experience and specializes in state security law. So I wanted to give you guys a quick example of how big this was. Now, this is Westlaw. So if you go to look up Westlaw, Now, this has everything to do with the current lawsuit against Ripple Labs right now, and I'll show you why after I explain this. Westlaw is an online legal research service for lawyers and legal professionals. So it would be for like paralegals, lawyers. They would actually reference this if they needed assistance. Like say, for example, they were trying to figure out, has anybody been sued before for selling unregistered securities, like the lawsuit with Ripple. They would look up and see if there's a case that they could match this case with. In the United States and the United Kingdom, and is a product of Thomas Reuters. So in addition, it provides a database service, information resources on Westlaw. Resources on Westlaw include more than 40,000 databases of case law, state and federal statutes, and administrative codes. So that's, if you click on case law, and this is exactly what this is. Case law is a collection of past legal decisions written by courts in court deciding cases in which the law analyzed using cases to resolve ambiguous for deciding current cases. So basically, guys, with the lawsuit with Ripple, whatever the answer is going to be on that, that's going to make case law. It's the first case where a company has been, sued for selling unregistered securities. So basically, when the judge says, hey, this is case dismissed because it wasn't unregistered securities, he would have to write down why he dismissed it, and that would make case law. So the next company that was getting sued for selling unregistered securities, most likely they would use Ripple's lawsuit and say, hey, this company Ripple, they were also accused of selling unregistered securities, and this case was dismissed for this reason. And this is why it's taken so long and has messed with the price and has messed with also the marketing of it because of the lawsuit, which I believe is starting to look like this might be on purpose. But anyway, so guys, I broke down what case law is. This is it's a big deal. Big deal. So that kind of jumped out at me, guys, that basically it's heavyweight lawyers who's writing case law, writing cases. You see they're in cryptocurrency advocate groups. It also ties back to the New York Department of Financial Services. Guys, cryptocurrency is here to stay. Okay, here's the great Dave Schwartz, a.k.a. Joe Katz. Now, guys, the big debate, I believe it all stirred up over a few days ago. I put this article out. Swift CEO announces tie-up with blockchain startup R3. Swift CEO announces tie-up with blockchain startup R3. So that pretty much says, hey, Swift is partnered with R3 Corda. Now, 10% of Swift on ODL equals game changer. Now, the reason I say that, guys, is because of Sue's video right here. Sue, I had her on the show last year sometime from Esoteric Trading Solutions. Ripple XRP Famous evaluation of 334 per XRP. Now, guys, before you say anything, I highly recommend you watching this video. I'll link it in the description. Sue has a background in finance and banking. She has worked with Swift. It's an amazing video. In this video, she says, once we acquire 10% of Swift's market share with ODL, that will give XRP a valuation of $334 per XRP. Now, here is the breadcrumbs that Katz is dropping today. Corda can settle with XRP. So that's basically saying, hey, Swift is partnered with Corda, and Corda can settle with XRP. And it's not a Ripple thing, not a Ripple Net thing. And the reason I believe he's saying that is because this is not a Ripple thing or a Ripple Net thing. This is a global thing. This is a global digital currency. It's an open source code that's going to be used by the world. I apologize. Excuse me. Going to be used by the world. So that's basically saying like, wow. And then right here, ODL is what Ripple calls XRP settlement on RippleNet. Because higher up in the comments, there was some debate if ODL would use XRP. So pretty much Joe Katz comes out to drop, take him to school right there. ODL is what Ripple calls XRP settlement on RippleNet. But this is the breadcrumb right here, guys. Theoretically, can use other cryptos. Theoretically. But doesn't in practice. So that's Joe Katz saying right there, it could use multiple cryptos. It will in the future, bridge asset of course, but in practice it doesn't and it won't. And the reason he's saying that, guys, is say, hey, Swift will use XRP, And of course, they're going to use XRP versus other digital currencies. And the reason he's saying, but it doesn't in practice, is because R3 sued Ripple back in whatever. R3 sued Ripple, and R3 is sitting over 5 billion XRP. Now, if you guys know anything about investing in companies, they invested in Ripple. They sitting on 5 billion XRP or more. They want a return on their investment. So the best way to get a return on their investment is to get that XRP circulating, letting that ODL flow. Let's get 10% of market share, Swift's market share, which will give XRP a valuation of $334. I will link all this in the description too, guys. What do you think about Joe Cat saying theoretically can use other cryptos, but doesn't in practice? I can't wait to hear what you guys say about that. Guys, here's Sue's video. I will link it in the description. This is Sue from Esoteric Trading Solutions. Very smart lady. If you guys don't know who she is, you got to check out her channel. Check out this video first. And guys, this is the Bullish Network. On this channel, we don't do shout outs, only in the comments. We do XRP videos. It's going to be daily content. If you guys can smash that Bullish Network logo that's going to come down, smash that thumbs up, hit that subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about the content in the comments. I respond to all comments. Happy New Year. Best wishes to all for 2020. I can't thank you enough for being here. Much love. Mahalo. Hodl.